Hey guys, how you doing? Um, as always, I say every week when the episode comes out, this will contain loads of spoilers. If you do not want to watch and know what went on for episode 50 of Dragon Ball Super, I suggest you do not watch. I don't want to hear any bickering, any whining. Oh, you spoiled this, you spoiled that. I give you a fair warning that this will contain spoilers. So, let me begin. It starts off with Goku and Black going face to face, but before that, that's how it starts off. Um, while Black is still in the air with the rip in the time distortion behind him, he notices Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta. But while and after that, not but after that, not Beerus, Black and Goku go at it again. They fist for fist. Black is still in his base form. At this point, we don't know if he transforms or not. If he does transform, if his hair goes yellow or his hair goes white. It was teased by Toriyama that the next villain will have white hair. We don't know if it's gonna be him or not, but Goku fights him in his base form as well, but also he turns into Super Saiyan and they're going punch for punch, kick for kick, ki blast for ki blast. You know, it's an even fight. Um, Black starts off with firing a ki blast, a bunch of ki blasts towards Goku, and he knocks him into a huge rock. And if you saw the preview last week for episode 50, that was one of the scenes that they showed was Black shooting ki blast at Goku and knocking him into a giant rock. I will say that the scene was epic. I will say it's second best to the Trunks Black fight because to me the animation was better during the Trunks Black fight. Maybe they didn't have a high budget as they did when they did the Trunks Black fight, but not blah 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 blah. Whew, can't even talk. Nevertheless, the scene was still epic. I loved it in every single way. Black is very, very powerful. He even notices that how powerful he has become when he's just fighting Goku, which shows that Black, he's ridiculous. He's a monster. Go like I said before, Goku and Black are it seems like they're on the same level, punch for punch, kick for kick, stomach punch or gut punch to gut punch, key blast, punch in the face to punch in the face. Not the same punch in the face, double punch in the face as the Majin Buu or not Majin Buu, the Majin Vegeta Goku fight in the Buu saga, but if Black punched Goku in the face, Goku had punched Black in the face. It will go on and on and on. Basically, how Goku and Cell had fought when they will go punch for punch, kick for kick, or how Goku and Piccolo were training before they decided to use the Room of Spirit of Time individually to train themselves a little more so they can be on par with Cell. Um, Trunks then goes and asks, out in the open. He wasn't asking in general towards anybody. Why isn't Goku going all out? Then Vegeta says that it's what Goku does. He doesn't go all out during the beginning of the fight because later on he can be tired and that can end up making him lose the fight. So as I previously said, he just goes Super Saiyan. But Trunks was referring to why isn't going to Super Saiyan 3. And as we saw in the Buu saga, Goku can't be in that stage for a long period of time because his power drains a lot faster than when it does when he's in Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. So he goes Super Saiyan 2, although he has the Super Saiyan 1 hair, and that was one of the things that a lot of people have noticed last week. When Goku had went Super Saiyan 2 when he was sparring with Trunks, he had the Super Saiyan 1 hair. Why they did that, I have no idea. Maybe they forgot to draw the Super Saiyan 2 hair. It's been quite a few years since I last drawn his hair in Super Saiyan 2, so maybe that's just it, or maybe that's just the type of hair they wanted to give him. But during the fight, a black and purple portal has showed up, and Black notices it, and he's his mind just wander. He gets distracted by the portal, and my guess is that Black can't be in he can't be in a certain timeline for very long. Another guess I have is that the time ring that he has, he didn't read the, not literally, but he didn't read the instruction manuals and how to use the time ring. Because as you well, everything comes with a manual or someone who gives it, or if you, even if you steal or whatever, you always find out how to use it properly, so something like this won't happen. But Goku goes and he gut punches him, and Black is holding his stomach. And it was almost, if you play Xenoverse and if you use Super Saiyan Blue Goku, he has the God Punch. It was almost like that, but he did it with he punched him in the gut. And it also I along with what Trunks had said last week, that every time Black fights he gets stronger, and in this episode it was proven because Trunks had also said that Black is much stronger than what he fought him in the future before he went back in the past to ask for help. Black notices the time machine, but Goku punches him in the face. And before Goku punches him in the face, he overheard Trunks say, "Oh no, the time machine." And my guess, it's not a very good thing of what's gonna happen next. After that, Goku and Black go at it again. Punch for punch, kick for kick, key blast to key blast, and just a normal Dragon Ball Z fight, a DBZ fight. And Black knocks Goku to the ground, and it wasn't shown, or maybe it was. I didn't see it. I have to see it one more time, scene for scene. But Black destroys the time machine, and we noticed, or everyone notices, that the time machine was destroyed after Black flies back into the portal, and then he just vanishes out of nowhere. But before he goes back into the portal, he had mentioned there's something wrong with the time distortion, and I guess that's why the time distortion portal, whatever you want to call it, has showed up. And right before Black had notices the portal, while the portal was open, you had seen, I guess it looked like his soul had left his body and then went into the portal. Uh, Black was being stubborn and not wanting to go back because he wants to continue the fight with Son Goku. While after that we have Black standing in the air, and he's smiling, um and he's laughing, but we also see that he's holding his I guess it looked like the way that Goku had held his chest when he had the heart attack or the heart virus. But he was holding that spot because that was the spot that Goku had gut punched him after noticing the time machine, and he's holding it the exact same way, and then you just see him fly to the ground, and that's when you see him smiling and laughing. Then it cuts back to the present, and Krillin asks, why don't you use the time reversal? But again, we said explained that his time reversal can only go back 3 minutes, and from the time machine being destroyed to Black going back into the portal, it was past 3 minutes, so the time machine was destroyed, and there was, no pun intended, no hope for Trunks. But after that, we said explain that the ring that Black has is a time ring, and that the only Kaioshins are allowed to use the time ring. So Trunks is there with Krillin, Goku, Piccolo, and everybody behind him, and he asks Whis or Beerus, can he use a time ring? But because of Beerus being a Haikaishin, or another word for God of destruction, that only Kai, like again, only Kais, aka Supreme Kai, North Kai, East Kai, South Kai, West Kai, Grand Kai, the Supreme Kai, they have time rings. So Trunks is really bummed, and Vegeta walks slowly, but he doesn't look down at Trunks because Trunks is on his hands and knees, and he went to go grab a piece of metal off the time machine, but it just broke into rubble. And Vegeta is tells him, don't give up. That's all. He just walks over. He's quiet a few seconds. Then he says, "Don't give up." And Trunks looks at him wide eyed and is like, "You know what? Maybe I shouldn't give up. If my father is saying don't give up, I had this time. I have my father to help me. I have my mother to help me. I have my friends to help me. This time I'm able to defeat Black, save the future, and go on from there." So Bulma thinks of something. I don't know what, but Bulma thinks of something, and she goes back into the lab the same way she wants to go look for the communicator to contact Whis. She goes back into her lab, skirmishing for something, and I'm thinking that it's more food, because Whis was eating a fish sausage, and it looked like Beerus's face was surprised or pissed off with Whis, because it looked like he was eating the last fish sausage, but that wasn't it. The reason why that Bulma had went back into her lab was because she remembered that she had put the time machine that Cell came in, which was many, many years ago, and she had found that time machine, put it in a capsule, and saved it for many, many years. And she goes back to where Trunks, Goku, Vegeta, and everybody else is, and she pops the capsule, and the time machine comes out, and everybody's surprised. Trunks is more surprised because he thought there was no time machine. There's no way to get to the future, so he can defeat Black, because he not all humans in the future are all destroyed or all killed. There are some humans in different cities that are destroyed. The one city that they showed that Trunks, Mai, Bulma, the cat that looked like Dr. Brief's cat and Black was West City. So obviously you still have North City, East City, and South City. So one of those cities, um, Black is going to destroy the humans and just destroy all buildings and everything and whatnot. But yeah, she reveals that she still has the time machine, but the only problem is that if she does fix it up and it looks all brand new, and he does use the time machine, it would only go back to Cell's timeline, and that's not where he needs to go. He's already defeated Cell, and if Trunks did use the time machine and go back to Cell's timeline, he can defeat Cell, Jiro, 17 and 18, 16, and every android that was there that destroyed and killed Gohan and all the friends. He can easily destroy them within a second, and that's not where he needs to go. He needs to go to the 987. Yeah, 90. No, 997, because that's what Trunks' timeline is in. And then, as you can see here, I had a picture of a cliffhanger, but for some reason the picture wasn't working, so I just typed in huge cliffhanger. Um, After that, it goes back to the future, but this time not to see what Black is up to. We see Mai, or future Mai, and she's still on the ground, and I'm looking at her. I was like, why are they showing the scene of Mai? Didn't Black kill her? That's where I was wrong. She moves her hands, and it goes to the credits. Future Mai is still alive, people, and I'm very surprised. I got upset when Mai got shot from Black, and I thought she was dead. I didn't get that upset. I didn't get as upset as I did when Bulma died, but I was still upset because Trunks had lost two people in his life, or so he thought. But she was on the ground, eyes closed, still and everything, and all she did was move her left hand, and then it goes black. And then I cuts off to the credits, and this time it's a new set of credits. When, the credits are the same, but the scenery that the credits are rolling on is different, and the music is different. Then we get a preview to episode 51, and within that preview, we see that Black is terrorizing cities and humans, and like I said, there are some remaining humans in the future. Not all are dead, only the ones that are in West City, excluding Mai, since Mai is still alive. So my guess is that Black had won to one of the remaining cities and just started destroying buildings, killing people, just like Beerus would. If you read Dragon Ball Super, the first chapter in the manga, you see that he goes to a planet, and because the food it wasn't to his liking, he went and destroyed half a planet. And if you saw Dragon Ball Super the anime, you see that he destroys the planet with the dinosaurs because they were just getting on his nerves, and one of the people or one of the aliens that he had fought was getting on his nerves. So he said, "Screw it! I don't want that dinosaur meat no more," and just decided to destroy the planet. But um, back to the preview. Trunks shows up into the future. Now, I don't know if there's gonna be a short time skip, so Bulma can work on the time machine, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna show Bulma work on the time machine. I could be wrong. Maybe they will, and they'll show Goku and Trunks spar again. We might see Goku and Vegeta spar. We might see Trunks and um, Vegeta spar. Or I would like to see future Trunks and Kid Trunks spar. So Kid Trunks can get a tad bit stronger. I'm starting to think that we're not going to see Goten and Trunks grow up at all. It's already 1 year into the series. It's 50 episodes into the series, and I'm starting to believe that Trunks and Goten are not going to grow up at all, and it's kind of upsetting because I wanted to see them grow up, um because the end of Dragon Ball Z, the original ending of Dragon Ball Z, shows that Goten and Trunks had grown up, and it was 10 years after they defeated Boo. But something tells me, and I have a very bad feeling, I could be wrong, but guess I could say that I'm sticking to my gut, and we're not going to see Trunks and Goten um, grow up at all, because there have been plenty of times that Goten and Trunks had time to grow up. And the very first step, or the very first two episodes of Dragon Ball Super, we could have seen them grow up. There have been plenty of times in between there. You got the before the Universe 6 arc, or the tournament arc. You got after the tournament arc. There have been plenty times that Akira Toriyama could have utilized his time, have a little time skip, and show that Goten and Trunks had aged, because they're 12. Trunks is 12 and Goten is 11, and they still look like they're 8 and 7 years old. And in the Buu, and if you remember in the Buu saga, Trunks was 8 and Goten was 7, because Trunks was born before Goten. They still look the same. Because if you go look at the picture of Goku when he was 12 years old, he looked a little older. Not much older, but he looked older than Goten and Trunks. And then you go look at Gohan during the Cell Saga, and he was 11 years old, and he looked like he was 13 years old. And I guess that's the reason why people call him Teen Trunks, or not Teen Trunks. They call him Teen Gohan, because he looks like a teenager. He's 11 years old, and he looks like he's 13 or 14 years old. But then you go look at Trunks and Goten, and they look like they're the same age. Look like they've been the same age, and for 5 years, because Dragon Ball Super takes place 5 years after the Buu saga. They're still young. They're still short. I mean, come on. Goku and Gohan got more character development than both of them. And I've talked about this before, because I made a video about questions of the Trunks arc, and then one of those two of the questions were, um are Goten and Trunks going to be useful in the Trunks arc, and are we going to see Goten and Trunks grow up in the Trunks arc? And from what I'm seeing, they're not going to grow up. And it's really upsetting. It really is, because they Goten and Trunks have so much time to build their character, but Akira Toriyama doesn't want to focus on them. Well, maybe Trunks, Kid Trunks, because it revolves around future Trunks, and he's the savior. He's the hope of the future. But let me stop here, because I'm gonna keep ranting, and I don't want to make the video longer than what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be however long the video is. I don't know how long it is. Maybe it's gonna be more than 12 minutes, maybe. But let me know what you guys thought of the episode. If you saw it raw, if you did not watch the episode, please, again, I warned you at the beginning. I don't see why I'm saying it again at the end, but don't watch this if you didn't see it. If you did, that means you don't care about spoilers, or you're like me and a few other people who watch the series, who watches it raw and then watches it with subtitles. But like the video, share the video with people who love the series. Comments what you thought about the episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like about the episode? What didn't you like about the episode? Whatever. But excuse me. I want to say thank you for watching. I will watch this again with the subtitles, and I guess we'll just look forward to what next week has in store for us. And we again, this was a it was a good episode. I'm not gonna go and rate this episode like I did last week and a few other episodes, but this was another informative episode. But it was half informative, half fighting, which is really good, and that's what I love about the episodes. I love when they have a little bit of everything. They have comedy, they have informative things to say, the fighting, everything. I just love it all. But let me log off because I'm starting to rant like I always do, which is not a bad thing, but I don't want to make the video long. Let me know what you thought of the video. Yes, no, did you like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, share, like. I'm not going to say subscribe. I don't want to go and force you to do something you don't want to. But I will see you guys later during the week.